I developed this homeschool planner for myself to use, and I also wanted to share it with other people who might find it useful. Hello everyone, I'm Ella. This planner is available printed. You can buy an actual physical copy like this, or you can also buy it as a digital download and just print the sheets that you need. And my Etsy shop information is in the description down below. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice when you get your printed planner is the beautiful soft touch cover. I love these covers. Because this is a matte cover, you can write your academic year on the front, and then you can always reference it because these are nice to keep as keepsakes for the future. You can look back and see what you did each year. Okay. So it's printed on 60-pound paper, so it's not too heavy, but it can handle 10. The first page in here has some information on how to use the planner, an overview of each page that's included. I have a Rudolf Steiner quote at the start. Here is a single student attendance sheet. So this one goes by month, and you would just check off the days and tally it up. And I know that some states do require you to keep track of how many days you homeschool. My state does not, but for states that do, this will come in super handy. And if you have more than one homeschool student, I actually, in the back, have multi-student attendance sheets. So you would write your students' names here, and then it goes by month instead of for the entire year. So there's enough to track for an entire year. There's 12 attendance sheets in the back. Okay. Some blank, I'm not sure if you can see, but it's dotted grid paper so that it makes it easy to write on. You can use this page for some thoughts and notes. Then you have the overview of your year. So what you would do is write your months in and write down what blocks or topics you are wanting to teach for those months. You could also put in any festivals or any field trips, any other types of information that you just want to have like a quick brief overview of your entire year. And again, I put enough so that if you do if you do year-round schooling, you have a full year's worth of blocks here. Blank pages. Then I have 10 sets of these block overview planners. So you would go through and plan out your blocks for the year. And I provided 10 because that's more than most people will need. Most people do about 8 blocks per year, but some do more. So I included 10. Then we get into the monthly view, and it starts out with your month overview. And what you would do here is you fill in the main lesson blocks that you're going to cover, your learning goals, other topics, books that you want to include, any special activities, the parent crafts and handwork. And I do consider this my secular version. I have a religious version also, but the only mention of any type of spirituality is right here, and it could be just considered personal work, meditation, anything you want to work on. It doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual. Then we have a month overview. This is undated, and again, I have 12 sets of these months in the book. So you can do year-round schooling. You can track your school hours, the school days. Again, this is like good information to have for some states that need that information. And here you would put Any activities that your school is doing, your home, anything. So say we have skating on Mondays, so I would put skating there. And say we have swimming lessons on Saturday, I would include that along with, say we do math every single day, I might want to write down math every single day. Or say we do art on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you might want to include that in. Whichever you want to use this monthly overview for is completely open and flexible for you, and it has plenty of space. Your weekly rhythm, this is where you're going to track, you would write your time of day down the side here, and then track what you actually do during the days. So again, say we have skating on Monday at 6 p.m. So I'm gonna just plug that in, 6 p.m. skating. We know that bedtime starts at around 7:30. We're gonna do that. It's not a full schedule. It's more flexible than that. It's kind of a way to just get an overview of where you're at for this month for your actual rhythm. This includes anything that you would do on a weekly basis. So you wouldn't put in here like we're going to grandma's on Friday the 27th or something like that, unless you go to grandma's every Friday. The way that I usually use it, I usually just put like school hours. I don't necessarily break it down into the subjects on this view. I usually just put that we're doing schooling at this time of day, general things, and then, breakfast, school time, lunch, etc. I have a page for festival planning. I did include 12. Most people are not going to have 12 festivals through the year, but I put one in with every month just to make it easy to find them. The next page I have opening activities, and this can also be used for if you have a younger kid for circle time activities. So basically it's just an overview of what you might want to be doing for your opening activities before you start your formal lessons. Then at the end of each month, we have 4 of these sets of pages where you can track your weekly progress. So you would put your subjects in here and whether you did it that day. And then in the week in review, you can then write down what you learned that week. And this, I've heard of reverse planning. This could be a good use for reverse planning also, where you just sort of write down what you did learn that day. But it is nice to have just quickly at a glance an overview. And again, this is great for if you have to report into a governing authority for your homeschooling. It can show what you actually learned and you have a proper tracking of it. So again, there's 4 of these pages in the book. Then we have another notes and reflections page, and then it all continues on again. And we have 12 sets of those. So again, you can have an entire year's worth of planning. You get to the back of the book. You have your attendance sheets in the back here. Some more blank pages. A little note from me. And that is the Seasonal Homeschool Rhythm Planner. I hope you find this helpful for your homeschool journey. This is available again from my Etsy shop, and the link will be in my description below. And again, I do offer this as both a printed version and as a PDF download so that you can print it yourself if you prefer.